look a little bit different today. Not because I decided to change my style, more because I'm lazy. And I didn't want to change into my vest. It's really cold outside. I normally do it anyway. But today was a lazy day. So today is leg day. So I managed the shorts, just not the top. We're going to start off on RDLs. So as always for these RDLs, I'm going to be stretching a little bit because I like those hamstrings to have that little bit of elasticity in them. Last thing I want them to do is not to have that snap. So, you know, that's what we're aiming for. You're touching the ground. There we go. Look at that. Hold it on the ground. You can let your body just sort of hang down. Put your legs a little bit straighter as well to get even deeper stretch. Mine's got a little kink in. But there you go, touching the ground. So that's good enough for the first one, hopefully. Touch wood. Touch wood, literally. Let's go. Let's hit it. Okay, that was 8 juicy ones. So at 120 for 8. I think I'll go up again. So 140. I think last time I did this for 10, but you know what? I'm like keeping it to 8. I'm going to keep it around that 8. Or at least the last time I logged it, which is a while ago. My app stopped functioning, so actually I stopped logging. Eventually I had to completely wipe it and start again, which sucked. Alright, let's go. So, slight kink in those legs. I'm kind of holding it at the end parts, and I put it down. Again, a nice stretch there, right on the hamstring. Trying to keep the tension just a little bit on, but getting the stretch. I don't want it too much tension though. Too much tension is a bad thing. I don't want any more snappity snap. All right, next one. Practice what I preach and get that stretching down so you can see from behind. I'm going after this bit here. So these little hamstrings need to grow. Come down, touch my toes. That's a behind shot. Is that better? Let me know. Next one. I like to do these for my glutes. And maybe hang on to something because my balance is terrible. But if anyone gets that, the kind of pull or the pain that you get there, the sciatic pain, you know, sciatica, whatever you want to call it, this stretch for me, and it could be different for you, but for me, this stretch really helps. So you can do it sitting down and put your leg across and then lean forward. I found I can do it standing up as well. And then if you turn to the side, like even put your head there, I can feel that stretch on my glutes even more. This one is definitely a stretch that helps. I mean, I can't promise you that it's going to stop you from getting injured, but it's going to mitigate it, right? It's going to help. So if you keep your muscles stretchy and not too tight, you know, in the hopes that they won't snap. It's basically what you're aiming for, is hoping that they're not going to snap. Best case scenario. So ever so slight kink in my leg. Not like that. That would be a straight leg deadlift. Slight kink. It's an RDL. To varying degrees. So, again, is what we're trying to hit. So, cut that out. So we can see what we're targeting. This thing here. I'm going to try and make that a little bit bigger. It hasn't got massive amount of definition in. You can kind of see it in the lighting. More quads at the front actually, which cause that separation, so it needs to be a bit more. Okay, so RDLs, this will be last one. Guards are up, seat. I didn't check the seat. Always check the seat. Yeah, I have it all the way down, so that to me is fine. Not that flexible. Okay, so hamstrings. For those I haven't watched before, feet to the top. You may already know this. If you want to hit your hamstrings a bit more, you put your feet to the top. If you want to hit your quads a little bit more, you put your feet to the bottom. So we go high up. We're hitting hamstrings today. Up and wide. Okay. This first one's always about stretching for me and getting the blood in. And then we can kind of go up. The last few times I've done heavier and taken reps away from the lighter sets in order to go heavier. So I may do the same again this time. That makes a lot of sense to me. I need to try and save that energy for those harder sets. Let's go. I was kind of going off on one then, doing 14 after saying I wasn't going to do that many reps. I got stuck in the moment. Okay, so set number one, we have 4 sets to go, so another 3. Let's go. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 25 plates and a starting resistance of 75. Let's go. Gonna save some juice in the tank for the next one. So that was just 8. Got 2 more to go. Okay, in the next one. Let's go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plates on each side. I may have miscounted on the last one. Maybe going a little bit insane, or it could just be someone toying with me. But yeah, there was an uneven amount of plates on each side. So I may have done more for the last set than what I thought. Either way, let's go. That was quite pleasurable actually. So we're doing 426 I think. So we've got this one down here and this one up here. Should make it 426 with a starting resistance of 75.7, which is why I've rounded it up. Cool. Let's go. Last one. Saving my energy for going a little bit heavier. And then we're on to the isolation stuff. So this is like the last of my compound movements. Let's get ready and go. Do 6. I probably had a couple more in me, but I'm happy with that. You can't always be screaming. Let's go. So a little bit more than usual. We've got 54 on there rather than the 41, so it's up by a few. And I'm probably gonna do less reps, but we'll see. Let's see if that equates to less reps. All right, let's go. Wow, it didn't. So that didn't actually equate to less reps. I thought it would. Okay, on to the next one. So 54 kg, we're doing again. So you've gone up in the world. I'm waiting for it to really kick in and my hamstrings to say no. So maybe it's a set, maybe it's not. Let's go. I could have probably got another rep or so out of that. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna go with the 54 again. We're gonna surprise our muscles today. I'm gonna go for that 54 again. So, back down we go. I'd say that last couple of reps was a little bit off, but other than that, that was nice. Good squeeze. 52 kg. Let's go. Let's hit it. There we are. So it's not completely straight here. I've set this so it's on 2 rather than 1, which is even higher up. All right, let's go. There we go. So 52 for that first one. That's quite a high amount of reps for that. That's quite easy. What I may do is up that. Felt a little bit too easy. We'll go 66 for the next one.
Regarding the emergency help points and fire exit locations. Emergency contact telephone.
Wait for this announcement to come out of the way. So this will be 66.
First aid box for any medical emergencies. If there is a medical issue or suspected fire, please call 999 immediately for assistance. Our security operations team can be contacted by pressing the call button on any of our red emergency help lines.
66.
Thank you for your attention during this announcement.
Announcement gone. 66, let's go. That's nice and easy. Not gonna lie, it wasn't too hard. I think I'll keep it at 66. So we normally do a little bit less. That felt good today though, so we'll do that. Yeah, buddy. So 66. 66 kg is hardly a yeah, buddy moment. But we got to do the little stuff and the big stuff. Let's go. Have some effort putting that. Let me tell you, right. So that's for 10. Give myself an A for effort there. Should really be E, but I'm giving myself an A. Everything's on low power mode right now. My watch, my phone. We're gonna be crashing our way through the finish line. Let's do it. So, sticking with that 66 kg. I normally do 59, so this is slightly higher. All right, let's go. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a couple more reps in the tank there. That was sheer. It's a Friday night and I've upped it enough. So that'll do. I've upped it. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, starting resistance of 11.3. Let's go. Let's do it. So get that stretch in the calves when I come down to the bottom and squeeze at the top. I'll tell you what, that was actually pretty perfect. That was pretty perfect to hit them. Couple of little 5s on. Little baby weights. Wish we add to this so we can share a little bit more joy with our calves. Teach them a few more lessons of life. Break them down a little bit more. So 101.3. Let's go. There we go. That mind-muscle connection is really important. And for calves, the pain, like sting that you need to go through is more than what people realize. A lot of people, they definitely don't do it. They don't keep with the sting, because when you get that sting, you kind of have to keep going with that sting. So you're there, you're hitting your calves, you hit this, so you know they're stinging, and you know what? Like you got to keep going until they actually can't lift the weight. So this sting, you have to just you take your mind off of the sting. It's when your calves can't hit the weight, and it's not like forcing them beyond so they snap. There's a fine line there too, but you keep going past that sting, and when they give out and you can't push anymore, and you don't want to try and push them past through literally not being able to lift the weight because you know they're just, you want to hurt yourself. So there's kind of this middle ground which you need to get a feel for. Okay, more to go. On to our next one. All right, next we're going a little bit more now. So we got, normally I come down to 71.5. We're not doing that today. We're gonna keep it on the 90. Maybe we'll do a little bit less reps. Let's go. Let's stretch to the bottom. Oh. Oh, hold that there. Oh, nice. Let's hold that down before I forget. So it's 91. Okay, one more. So last set. 91 again. Get these little legs in there. All right, let's go. Stretch at the bottom again. Get those calves stretched down and then squeeze at the top. There we go. That's leg day.